So sometimes when we're looking at averages, it's easier to understand it if we think of it in physical terms. So here we've got a selection of blocks that are put into columns of different height. If we look at which number occurs the most, we can see that the two most frequent numbers are number 7. So that is your mode. So you've got two that are exactly the same, 7 high, that's your mode. Most often occurring, most frequent. But then we need to find the median. So to find the median, we have to put the blocks in height order. Okay, so 7 to there, and 7 to there, and then 2 and 4. Okay, so we've now got them in height order, and we need to find the centre point. The centre point, when in height order, tells us what the median is. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. And we need to find the centre one. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it must be this one. So 7 is the centre in that case. But what happens if I take one of the blocks away and we've got an even number? So we then have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we need to know what's here. Now the problem we've got here is these two blocks are not the same. So what it tells us is that this top block would have to be split in two. So the answer we would get would be 7.5, because it's halfway. We give 1/2 of it to this one and 1/2 of it to this one. Okay, so this next one is where it's probably going to get messy and I'm going to end up with bricks all over the place. But we're going to look for the mean. Now the mean, when you do it mathematically, is add all the numbers together and divide by the number of stacks in this case. But if we're doing it physically, what we're trying to do is get all the stacks to the same height. So we're going to share them out. Oops. Okay, I'm going to put my camera down for a minute and I'll share them out and get back to you in a second. Okay, so we tried to share the blocks out fairly between all the stacks. But as you can see, there's a little bit of a problem here. We've got 2 stacks that are shorter than the other 3. So what that tells us is the answer needs to be not a whole number, but a number and some points. So these should be removed and shared equally between all the columns. So our answer would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and some odd. So in terms of maths, if we were writing it, it would be 6 point something. And we know the point something comes from these 3 top bricks being shared.